Hey everybody, thanks for listening. We just checked out the new action film Riot, starring Dolph Lundgren. This is a prison action film, and that's really all there is to it. This, out of all the direct-to-DVD films we've seen, this probably has the thinnest script out of all of them. This is laughably simplistic. The plot, everything about it is so hilariously simplistic and one-dimensional. And I gotta say, the dialogue is cringeworthy, just so dumb. I don't think there is a bit of profanity in this, brutal prison action film, which, I'm okay with that. It's not very realistic, but just the dialogue is so cringeworthy. The characters are one-dimensional. This movie, though, the acting is for the most part pretty bad. But I have to say, as stupid as this movie was, it almost goes into the so bad it's funny category.
Yeah.
In a weird way, I almost want to recommend it as a so bad it's good film. Because, one, it went by very quickly. I think, let's see, how long is the movie? It's 87 minutes and it goes by fast. This movie does not waste any time. Well, it does waste time, but it doesn't drag on. It's very fast. I was shocked how quickly we got into the climax of the film. I was like, oh my gosh, we're already there. And I gotta give it credit for that. It knows when to stop ahead of time. And you know what? Some of the action scenes are actually pretty fun. Some of them are downright just unbelievably stupid and unrealistic. Yeah. Mostly anything that involves guns. There's
guns, and then there's fight scenes that are just nonsensical and honestly just boring.
Yeah. It's definitely 60-40. I'm going to say 60-40. 60% bad, 40% good.
Going with the shooting scenes, though, this has to be some of the most ridiculous-looking CGI
oh my gosh,
gunfighting I have ever seen in one of these stupid videos. This is worse than, Marine 4.
Oh my gosh. Here's the thing. They put the worst action scenes in the beginning of the film. Which on one hand, okay, you get them out of the way. But it's not going to want to entice you to keep watching when you think this is what we get to look forward to. There is most of the movie's action is hand to hand. And again, I would give it 60-40, 60% bad, 40% pretty good. The hand to hand stuff is mostly the 40%. But there's a bank robbery scene in the beginning of the film, and this is the first main action set piece of the movie. It involves lots of shooting and explosions. And oh my gosh, is it bad!
Oh,
and a big part of it is how, as you said, how unnecessary the amount of ridiculously over-edited CGI there is. Between the gunfire, the smoke, the explosions.
Bullet trails.
I mean, oh my gosh.
That thing that he left in the vault. They're like,
yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah. I'll say this.
The scene when the mob comes into the room to get it.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's what I gotta say. In no way can I recommend this as a genuinely decent, kind of what, it's not bad for it. No, it's bad. This movie is bad. From top to bottom, this movie is so stupid. But I will say, if you want to laugh at some just really stupid crap, and if you like Dolph Lundgren, I'd say it's worth a watch.
If you saw Vendetta, and you genuinely actually liked Vendetta, you will like this movie.
Yes.
Because it's basically the same setup.
It's the same setup, only it goes by much quicker.
Much quicker.
It doesn't take itself as seriously. It's
and
not
better hand-to-hand fighting.
Yes, and it's not as graphic though.
That's true.
Vendetta, if you like gory, hard, because Vendetta was made by I can't remember their names, but they're these sisters that do horror films, and you can tell because Vendetta is very bloody. This is not a very bloody. This is like one of the
all the blood is terribly CGI.
Yeah, this movie is a very tamed prison action film. No profanity. A lot of deaths are off screen. it's
and a lot of them, they're not even actually dying. They're just getting beaten up.
Just getting beaten up. It's shocking how tamed down this movie is. Especially compared, I mean, it's kind of like War Pigs in that sense. But I will say, compared to other Lundgren films, this movie is much better than War Pigs.
That's because, honestly, in this film, I think the reason I liked Dolph Lundgren in this film is because he was honestly one of the only engaging characters.
Yes, not only was he one of the better actors...
Because he's not really the main character.
No.
He's a supporting character.
Yes.
But the main character, which you said is the producer...
I don't know if he's the producer.
Anyway,
his name. Hang on. His name is Matthew Rhys, and he is a producer. I'm guessing he produced this movie as well because his name was in the opening credits.
So
for that.
he's the producer of this film,
and the lead actor.
My God, is his acting bad?
He is
his physical. Okay,
he looks good.
His physical performance,
yes,
is really good. Him in the action scenes and stuff. His physical performance is good, but his acting.
It's not very good. His acting is not the best. Hang on, let me look at cast and crew here just to double check. Produced.
And honestly, character.
Yes, he's one of the producers.
Character-wise, I liked the girl, the prison girl.
Yeah, there's a female. This movie also focuses on the female prison area, and there's a main character there who is working with Dolph Lundgren, and she's pretty good. Yeah, she was a good actress, I thought, and she looked good. Like she looked physically like tough. She looked like she could be this tough
she looked
fighter.
the part.
Yes, and I was like Matthew Rhys also looked the part. He was rocking a six pack, and he looked good in the action scenes. His acting just wasn't very good, frankly, and his character was nothing special. I think
vanilla envelope.
What's that?
He's a vanilla envelope.
Yeah.
Bland.
Yeah, I agree. Would you say that this is worth a watch as a so bad it's good, or would you say just skip it altogether?
Well, like I said, if you saw Vendetta or Escape Plan or any of those prison escape action films, this will please you because it's along the same vein. But as just like a casual viewer who doesn't really know what they're getting into, going in direct to DVD,
oh my gosh, skip this movie. No,
skip this. This, I mean, look, Micah and I see a lot of direct to DVD movies, so we have seen some crap. Yeah. But there's so much better that you can get.
There's so much better. There's so much worse, but there is so much better. Yeah. This was just a breath of fresh air in the sense that it was so quick and it was humorously stupid that we were able to enjoy it. Yeah. But again, I
feel for the casual viewer though. They wouldn't find it as funny as
they wouldn't. They would find it insufferably. Yeah. But one other. Yeah. So I thought Dolph was good. I thought the female lead was really good. And Chuck Liddell, who is the lead villain, he's a former UFC He is a former UFC light heavyweight champion, mixed martial artist. He is the lead villain, and he's great. He was
going along with characters too. The district attorney was pretty funny too.
Yes, there's this corrupt.
He only has one scene, really.
He has two. Well, but one main one, yeah.
But one of them, he doesn't say anything.
Though. Well, he's on the phone and tells.
That was him? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't realize that.
There's this district... I'll get back to Chuck Liddell in a minute. There's this corrupt district attorney. I don't know who the actor that's playing him, but oh my gosh, is his line delivery and his mannerisms just so creepy. Like, he's trying to come off charming, like manipulative and like deceptively charming, but it just comes off so creepy. And I was really disappointed that he was barely in the movie. Yeah. But yeah, back to Chuck Liddell playing this Russian crime boss who runs the prison, kind of like Kingpin in the second season of Daredevil.
There's one more thing we need to bring up.
Okay. And he is just incredible. And I will say, they save him for the very end to fight the main character, and their fight scene was one of the better fight scenes in the film.
The first half.
The first half with Chuck Liddell just destroying him MMA style. It was actually pretty good looking. But the main character's comeback was kind of lame.
Yeah.
But anyways, what do you want to bring up?
The other thing I need to bring up, we have to talk about the guards in this prison.
Okay, so they must have watched Face Off and Escape Plan and thought, like,
really like Call of Duty or something.
yes, the guards in this prison
Maximum security prison
are dressed like black stormtroopers. Like they have Riot.
Ridiculous.
They have black Riot gear on the entire movie
with like hockey masks.
Yes,
And like
full on
my
masks.
god,
They're covered from head to toe, and yet this armor does nothing because the prisoners have no difficulty beating the crap out of them.
It's literally the stormtrooper effect, where they've got all this like ridiculous plastic-looking armor on, and they're just getting the crap beaten out of them.
Yes. Yeah, and 90% of them are corrupt. One of the only funny moments involving the guards is Dolph Lundgren beats the crap out of a bunch of them, and then one guy there just goes like, "Hey man, I'm just doing my job." And I was like, "Okay, go." And so then he runs. Like, all right, that was cool. That was pretty awesome. What did you think, real quick, of Dolph's performance in this? Like playing this undercover character and like the.
I know for you were kind of like, oh well, maybe this isn't this character, but I knew immediately when I saw him, I was like, okay, he's got to be like undercover and is gonna start kicking butt eventually, or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, it's not the best performance I've ever seen him give, but
what do you think his best performance is that you've seen? Maybe Skin Trade, since that was like a more dramatic role.
Yeah, I liked him in Skin Trade. That was really good. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen a lot of Dolph Lundgren movies, but
yeah, I agree. It's not his best performance.
Definitely A View to a Kill.
Yeah, definitely not his best. I don't think his best performance, but I like that he was doing something more out of the normal. That was cool. I like that. I've talked about this.
He wasn't playing a Frenchman this
time. Yeah, this movie is better than War Pigs. Okay.
But it's not going to be better than Kindergarten Cop 2.
Yeah, we get to look forward to Lundgren in Kindergarten Cop 2 this year. That'll be cool.
We'll be seeing that with Sebastian.
Oh, we can only hope. So, yeah, guys, it's a skip. Don't watch this movie. Unless you are one of the few people that watches direct-to-DVD films and you love like a Steven Seagal, like so stupid, so like ridiculously overblown that you can have fun with it. But other than that, guys, by all means, skip Riot.
God,
so
speaking of Skip, this feels like it was written by Skip Woods.